Welcome to Music City Kids. We are here to help you grow strong in mind, body, and heart. My name is Tamara with Love in a Big World, and I'm so glad you're with us today. We're going to be talking more about honesty. Honesty is speaking and acting truthfully, living the truth. And did you know that with every choice that you make, to be honest, you are impacting the lives of those around you? It's true. And we're going to dig into that today. But first, I'd like you to get up and get moving with Riki.
Hey friends, it's Riki Ratner with Be Well in School, and I'm here to teach you another yoga pose today. Today we're going to learn Warrior 2. It's another standing pose, stretches the hips, stretches the shoulders, stretches our chest and our lungs so we can take nice deep breaths, which improves not only our respiration, our ability to breathe, but it also improves our circulation so our blood is better able to flow through our bodies. So let's dive in. All you need is your body and your breath. If you have a yoga mat, that's awesome. You can also come outside. You can use a towel. You can use a blanket. Just do what feels good for you. All right, let's try it out. So we're going to start in our mountain pose at the top of our mat. Feet hips width distance, toes tracking forward. Soften the knees, reach down through the fingers, open up your heart. Now let's connect with our breath. Deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine. Now I'm going to demonstrate my left side. I want you to take the right side on your own to balance out the body. Take a big step back with the left foot. And now we're going for heel to arch alignment. So the heel of the front foot is aligning with the arch, the middle of that back foot. Back leg is straight and strong. Front knee is bent. And my fingers reach in opposite directions as I draw my shoulders and hips in alignment. So my shoulders and my hips are tracking towards the camera. So I'm drawing this back hip open as I'm drawing my front knee open as well. So there's some tension there that I'm fighting. I reach my arms in opposite directions and I gaze over my front middle finger. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly up. Exhale, draw the belly in as you bend deeper in that front knee. Beautiful. And when we learned our Warrior 1, we brought in Peter Reynolds' affirmation there that I can stand up for me. And if you've read that book, I Am Yoga, for Warrior 2, he says, I can stand up for others. So remember your strength and your purpose here, that you have the power to affect positive change in this world, in your life, and in the lives of others. So that's Warrior 2. To come out of this, take a deep breath in. And exhale, we step to the front of our mat. And we find our mountain pose. Do the right side on your own. I hope you feel amazing. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I can't wait to do more yoga with you.
Thanks, Riki. I love yoga. It helps me start my day. It also helps me tune in to what's going on inside my head and inside my heart, and helps me live more truthfully. Next, we've got a special message about math from Steve.
Hello, Tamara. It's Steve here, all the way from Cape Town in South Africa. And today I'm going to be talking to you about math and respect. Now, when it comes to mathematics, many people feel that they earn respect because they get everything right and they do very well in mathematics. But let me tell you now, as someone that has taught in classrooms around the world, I can assure you that making mistakes is not a bad thing. I have respect for those people who have got the guts to try things and make mistakes, because some of the world's best discoveries and the best inventions have happened through accident or by mistake. So don't ever let someone tell you that mistakes are not good. Mistakes in my books are always good, because that's how we learn and that's how we grow. So I often get asked, is there a way to use mathematics to impress people, to earn respect? And one trick that I like to teach people is how to do the 9 times table with your fingers. If someone had to ask you 7 times 9, well then you've got 7 groups of 9. That's 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. 7 times. That gets a little bit more tricky. But I've got a shortcut. You're going to love this. Right, boys and girls, all you need are your 10 fingers, starting with your baby finger on your left hand. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I pretend that I'm pushing a door, so my hands are facing outwards, and I start from my left hand baby finger all the way to my right hand baby finger. Now when someone says to me, what is 9 times 6? I find finger number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I bend it. Now if I look at all the fingers on the left hand side of my bent finger, I have 5. And on the right hand side of my bent finger, I have 4. So 5, 4, 54. Let's try another one. What about 9 times 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I bend finger number 8. How many fingers do I have on the left of my bent finger? And altogether, I have 7. There's my bent finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 fingers on the left. And if I go all the way to the right hand side of my bent finger, I only have 2. 7 and 2, 72. So there you have it, boys and girls. A super cool trick to do the 9 times table with your fingers. Back to you, Tamara.
That trick is super helpful, especially now that we're getting back to school and you've got to think about math. I hope you use it. All right, like I said before, today we're talking about honesty. Honesty is speaking and acting truthfully, living the truth. So as Mark Twain said, when in doubt, tell the truth. You know, I talk to lots of people, especially kids, about honesty. And sometimes they say, it doesn't matter that much. I can just use my resources when it comes to school. I don't have to do my work myself. You know what I say? That's baloney. You need to do it your own self. Part of living the truth is growing on your own and knowing who you are, owning what you can do and what you can say. Honesty is living the truth no matter what. No shortcuts. You can't get strong and become all that you can be if you're taking shortcuts. Think about that. All right, next, we've got a special message from Dr. E.
Hey, Tamara and friends. Well, today I decided to come out to Shelby Farms, and out in particular, I decided to come to the sunflower patch to take a look at the sunflowers. And I'm surrounded by acres and acres of sunflowers, and each of them are beautiful as they stand tall in the sun. And when you pass by them on the road, you might assume that all of the sunflowers are exactly alike. But when you get out of your car and you actually get up close and personal with the sunflowers, you notice that no 2 sunflowers are exactly alike. That in fact, each of the sunflowers is uniquely its own sunflower. And in fact, that kind of reminds me a lot of us as well. That no 2 of us are exactly alike. That each one of us is unique and special in our own way. And because we're unique and special in our own way, that's worth celebrating. See, these sunflowers, they don't try to compete with each other. They are simply the sunflower that they were made to be. And so they stand tall in the sun, whether they're standing shorter or taller than another sunflower, or they happen to be larger or smaller than another sunflower. It doesn't matter, because each one of them is beautiful in their own right. And the same is true for us. Each one of us is beautiful in our own right. So we don't have to compete with anybody. We can be uniquely who we are. So the next time you hold a sunflower in your hand, remember that that sunflower is unique, that there is no sunflower like it in all of the world. And the same is true for you, that there is nobody like you in the whole world. And because there is no one like you in the whole world, that's a wonderful thing. so you can stand tall and proud just like these sunflowers and be exactly who you are. And when you do that, you're helping to spread love in a big world. And so until next time, stand tall like the sunflowers and be exactly who you are. Take care.
Yes, so good. Thanks, Dr. E. And those sunflowers, they're my favorite flower. One of the things that I loved about what she said is standing tall for who you are. And when you and I live our truth about who we are and what we bring to this world, we're being honest. All right, here's a special song from Rose Rodriguez.
Me, I want to cry. One day after school was done, we don't know why he rolled the dice, and then he pulled the trigger on. We demand gun control for you and me. World.
Thank you, Rose. Friends, part of being honest is being able to talk about difficult things with respect and kindness, and hopefully build a bridge so that we can come together to do what's best for all of us. Remember, honesty is speaking and acting truthfully, living the truth, not just for our own benefit, but for the benefit of all. So I have a reading suggestion for you today, Honest Abe by Edith Coonhart. It's about our former president, Abraham Lincoln. Did you know that once upon a time, Abraham Lincoln walked 3 miles in order to pay back 6 cents that was returned to him? Yeah, somebody gave him the wrong change, and he was so honest that he walked 3 miles back to the store and returned that extra money. Would you do that? Are you that honest? Well, Honest Abe's reputation for being truthful is what earned him the respect and trust of so many who voted for him. And no, he wasn't a perfect president, but he was one that led us through very difficult times and ended up uniting our nation and bringing freedom to more people. So check out Honest Abe by Edith Coonhart, either at your local library or on audible.com. It's a good read. Here's a special message from Miss Lawanna.
Hey everybody, it's Miss Lawanna again, and last time I was with you we made a little art project using some clay, and I want to continue with making clay art. I have a lot of fun with that. There's so many different varieties of clay you can use. Modeling clay, you can use the kind of clay I'm using, which is a type of modeling clay. It's called polymer clay, a little more professional because it dries really hard, almost unbreakable, and you can do everything from art projects to figurines to even beads that I actually use to make my jewelry with. So we're going to do another little project with the clay and give you another option that you can do on your own when you get some clay. All right, so here we go. Let me show you what I've got. Okay, so I've got my little basket here that helps me try to stay a little neat and clean and keep my area orderly when I'm working with clay. That's a little rolling pin. I don't use it in the kitchen. I use it just for my clay when I want to roll things flat. I've got a bunch of used clay that I took out of the packages and started using, and to keep them soft I put them in these little sandwich bags. So I've got several of those. We'll pull some colors from there. And I've also got some really basic random things. So one of those things are plasticware, a knife, plastic knife and a plastic fork. I'm sure mom and dad have some of these laying around the house, and you can ask them if you can use them. I use these to cut my clay, to poke holes in it, to make certain little shapes. I can put little grooves on my clay. So these come in really handy as tools, and it's not something you have to go out and buy. Another random item I found in the kitchen. I have a top that goes to a jar. The jar broke, so I just have the top, so I can use this to roll on my clay. It has little groove marks in it, so I can make some really neat designs on the clay with that. And finally, one more lost miscellaneous item is a Ziploc top. Yes, I'm sure your mom has a lot of these hanging around, and for whatever reason, they don't have a match to the bowl. So it's a good one to mold things on. It's got some neat little marks on them that you can press your clay in and put the same mark and design on your clay. Wow, these guys turned out really cool. I was going for a marbled effect where you have streaks and splotches of other colors within the main color. And I think I did okay. Back to you, Tamara.
All right, Miss Lawanna. You know, one of the things that is so great about art is that it helps us get in touch with what's going on in our minds and in our hearts. It's a great way to process and help us to be honest with what's going on inside. So, what are you going to do today? Share your idea for your art project in our comments below. Thanks. All right, last but not least, we've got Southern Word.
Before I begin, may I ask a favor from the crowd? I need y'all to say, who's this on 3? Y'all ready? On 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. It's Dyondre Thomas, who dealt the commas. And I hope that I'm being honest. I see myself as a conduit for a permanent nappy hair. I care more about the present than actually being there or wearing my wares, but my position is conditioned, I'm not aware. Passively thinking, I think that I'm sinking, hoping to grow, but I feel like I'm shrinking. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. Because sometimes I sit silent, let my eyelids survey the environment, preferring to be left alone, dying in my mind, remembering a lifetime of activating my imagination to inspire a generation one line at a time, but sometimes I let fear get in the way. Cut ties because I don't know what to say or let my shy get in the way, but today, I'm trying to be me, myself like the mirror trying to portray. My name is Dre, but I'm not a doctor, just a beat dropper in a race with a chronic case of being out of place. Maybe I need to chill out, cause words tend to spill out, no doubt. Break out the cool, I can't see without another part of the heart that I'm filling out.
Thanks, Dre. That was awesome. And I made a mistake. You know, that's part of being honest too. When we mess up, we need to own it. And I thought that was the end of our show, but we've got something extra for you, something special from my friend, Harry Allen from Studio Bank.
Hello, I'm Harry Allen. I am the co-founder and chief relationship officer of Studio Bank. I have 3 young kids. I'm proud father. I serve the community. I grew up in Nashville and take every opportunity I can to give back. I've been the president of the Downtown Nashville Rotary Club, very active with the Center for Nonprofit Management and serve on their board of directors, as well as a trustee for Belmont University. So I'm so glad to be with you today. All right. So one of the earliest lessons I think my parents ever taught me was the mantra, treat others the way that you want to be treated. I have carried that my whole life. Being a banker in a lot of ways is about serving others. When you think about going to a bank and cashing a check, making a deposit, the person on the other end of that transaction is there to serve you. And in my role, I always try to think about what experience do I want to give that person across the desk for me. And thinking about, how would I like to be treated? Talking about money is a topic that a lot of people are uncomfortable with, shy about revealing personal information. If a banker is not someone who is kind and who is positioned to serve, the person that we're trying to help will clam up and not share important details that we need to know in order to help them. So not only is it an important life lesson, it actually helps me do my job better by treating others kindly. And so learn that lesson as soon as possible. No matter what profession you go into, make sure that you're treating others with kindness and thinking about yourself and having some empathy about how you show up in the world. So this has been a lot of fun. I want you to remember how you show up in the world and make sure that those encounters that you have, intentional and accidental, are ones of warmth and kindness, and that you leave an impression after you've left a place.
Thanks, Harry. One of the things I love best about Music City Kids is that we get to talk to so many different leaders in our community, teachers, nonprofit people, like everybody, even kids at school. And we're all working together to do something good, especially during these crazy times. So thanks, Harry, for being part of today's show. And friends, you'll get to see more of him in future episodes. So I hope you've been thinking about how you can be honest today in the small things and even in the big things, because it's important. And the more honest you are, the easier it will become for you. And in fact, you'll be growing your honesty muscles. And you might think, it doesn't matter that much, but it does, because the stakes get higher and higher the older you get. So practice being honest, speaking and acting truthfully, living the truth now. And when it comes to the big things later in life, you'll be really prepared. So thanks for tuning in to Music City Kids. Again, we're here to help you grow strong in mind, body, and heart. Know that we love you so much and we're cheering for you. You've got this. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.